Topolay area of Ankara. Ankara is the capital city of Turkey and it has been since 1923. It's a very cosmopolitan city and there's around 5 million people that live here, which makes it the second biggest city in Turkey, second only of course to Istanbul, which has about 15 million. Its position in central Anatolia makes it a key trading post, and it has been for thousands of years. It's well known as a centre of commerce, embassies, banks and government buildings. It's an important educational centre with huge universities, and because Ankara is around 950 metres above sea level, that's about 3,000 feet, it makes it a lot cooler here than it is in the south of Turkey in the touristic areas, which is one of the reasons we came here in August, because the temperature here is only around 30 degrees, whereas in the south it's more like 40 degrees. There is a huge metro underground system, as you can see, and it carries 300,000 people a day with 56 stations. But we found it quite confusing, and although they have told us you can use your credit card to pay, which is the same on the buses apparently, and there are thousands of buses going all over the city, we found it much easier just to jump in a taxi and tell them where you want to go. And they're not expensive. So this is the new railway station with a high-speed train that goes straight through to Istanbul. And we're going to Eskişehir here today, which is 146 miles away in 1 hour and 26 minutes. And it's only 43.5 lira. That's about £4. So we bought our tickets at the station, but there is actually an app for your phone, so you can buy your tickets online if you want. And it's got USB charging ports between the seats, and also it's got a 220 mains plug socket as well.
This is the first time I've ever been on a train in Turkey.
And you're going backwards?
I'm going backwards. But it's got more legroom than you have on an airplane.
Oh, there's also radio stations if you've got headphones. It's very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. Ooh, did you feel it?
Yeah, it tips sideways.
Like a mini roller coaster ride.
Let's have a look around the city. There are dozens of statues around the city. Many are in the lovely parks. So I've done quite a few wildlife films and filmed birds in Turkey, but I've never seen swans in Turkey before, although I don't think these are wild. And it's a lovely place to just sit and relax. You don't have to go far in Ankara to find a nice quiet spot away from the traffic, and this park is the Abdi İpekçi Park. But probably the most popular park is the Gençlik Park. And if you want a bit of fun, you can always come to the Luna Park, the fairground. But My favourite park has to be this one, Kurtuluşparkı, where you can actually hear the birds singing. So what about hotels? Well, if you look on the internet, there are hundreds of hotels and different agencies give different prices. Anywhere between 20 and 50 pounds you can find a really good hotel between 3-star and 5-star. And we weren't quite sure where to stay, so we decided we'd stay in 2 different hotels. So the first one was this, the Gordian, which is in the Çankaya region, where quite a lot of life here with restaurants and bars and pubs and stuff like that. And then we came to this one, the Divan Çukurhan, which is a very special hotel, and it's right opposite the castle entrance. And as I was saying how special this hotel was, this is basically a restored inn, or han as they used to call them, from the 16th century. So it's a museum in itself. And some of the pieces which are around the hotel are museum pieces. And it's only about £50 a night, which we thought for this sort of class hotel, I mean it's graded as a boutique hotel, I thought it was pretty special. What do you think, lovey?
The bathrooms are lovely and spacious. It's like having your own dressing room. That's your half. This is my half. We need one at home.
So it's beautiful lighting in here, but it really is like night at the museum, isn't it? Joking aside, this is one of the most interesting hotels we've ever stayed. There are even books in the drawing room written by the owner, Rami Koç, who is among the top 1,000 richest people in the world. He restored this building, and the antiques on display here are only a tiny part of his huge collection. From the hotel, there's actually 2 museums you can get to without even going outside, and this is the Saffron Han, or Saffron Museum, which is just fantastic. Me being an engineer originally, I just think this is wonderful. It's got engines, it's got old cars, there's printing presses. Some of the things are just unbelievable. Not only are these amazing pieces of engineering, but they've also been fantastically restored. In a virtually brand new condition. There's even a petrol pump. And just when we thought we'd seen everything, we went into another part of the museum where there were more classic cars, one of the first cameras, one of the first televisions, one of the first electric vacuum cleaners, and hundreds of other artifacts. There was even some of Ataturk's personal clothing. Beautiful old cine cameras. To think what we're using now. In 1960, when I was born, that's what they were using as a calculator. It's got to be the best private collection I've ever seen. Just incredible.